Where is he from?
Ohio.
You mean Ohio?
Ohio. O-H-I-O.
Ohio.
All right, here we go.
Merry Christmas to me. You can't stand up no more.
I can tell you right now, I'm excited.
Hi folks, welcome to this week's episode of Huntsman's Creed TV. Got a great show for you this week.
Yes, sir. As y'all can see, the lodge here behind us, it's right on schedule. Still supposed to be ready to move in by March the 1st, so we'll get to use it this spring turkey season.
Awesome, I can't wait.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait. We got some other great news too. We partnered up with Trackmaster, and they make an awesome chair.
Yes, sir.
And we're really gonna put it to its test this spring, a couple months. Do some turkey hunting out of it. I can't wait.
Yeah, won't be long.
Nope.
Yeah.
So what do we got on deck for today?
Well, Justin, we got a wounded vet coming in from Indiana,
Awesome.
and then Z brought his buddy in from Ohio to late muzzleloader season here in Kentucky.
Where is he from?
Ohio.
You mean Ohio?
Ohio. O-H-I-O.
Ohio.
Ohio.
I can't wait to see Marc from Ohio.
Meh. Meh. 1980, October 3rd, just starting my senior year, 17 years old. Went to school in the mornings, worked in the afternoons on my granddad's dairy farm. Was chopping corn that afternoon, and I got wrapped up in the PTO shaft, filling silo, chopping corn. Wrapped me backwards. I have had 3 back surgeries through all that ordeal. When the first surgery, all they did was take the bone chips out of my back. Second surgery, they put 2 14-inch rods in, and they didn't think I'd ever walk again. They're wrong. I did walk. It was a long road. It was an over a 2-year process before I was up and walking without a body cast on. Even though they didn't think I could, I did. I'm pretty proud of that fact. Against doctor's orders, I went back to the farm. And I farmed. I did pretty good for quite a few years. Doctors were telling me there in the late 90s that I tacked close to 35 years onto my age. Through what I did, I have no regrets. I did what I wanted to do. But it caught me here about 8, 9 years ago. I couldn't walk, couldn't do anything. It was just down and out. Your nerves do grow back regardless of what anybody says. And when they grow back, because of my condition and everything that's happened to me, there's no cartilage or anything between my bones. I have no feeling from my knee down on my left leg. How I can tell when I need my nerves burned off is that you can't stand up no more. You're mostly turned right back to bedridden. Like I said, I had 3 back surgeries on my back. I've had 2 surgeries on my left foot, 3 surgeries on my right foot. 2 years ago, I fell down and broke my hip. So I have metal in my toes, I got metal in my hip, no metal in my back no more. Eventually, sometime I will end up back up in a wheelchair. I have been in and out of them, but the doctors have kept me going, and we're going to go as long as I can. We'll make the best out of what God gives us. Never give up. One of the first nights I was here, we went hunting, and one big doe come out, and I asked Z how old he thought she was. He said about 4 or 5 years old. Well, I told Z that if I couldn't get my buck, I wanted to come back and get that Betsy. I named her Betsy that first night.
It was his very first deer hunt. He named the first big doe Betsy.
Betsy.
Betsy, yeah. And his goal was to get Betsy.
To go home with him?
Go home with him.
Huntsman's Creed TV is proudly brought to you by the Huntsman's Foundation, inspiring and enabling disabled veterans and children to get into the great outdoors. Trackmaster MK1X, where will you go today? Carlson's Choke Tubes, the shooter's choice. Tundra Tour, North American hunting and fishing adventures. Cook's Fatal Attraction Deer Scent. And Ultimate Whitetail Mineral and Flavored Attractant. This segment of Huntsman's Creed TV is brought to you by Ultimate Whitetail Mineral and Attractants. Healthier deer, larger racks.
My wife, we're high school sweethearts. We'll be married 14 years here this June. And she knew me before I went into the military. She was with me all 10 years while I was in the military. And then through my injuries and seeing me and how much it tore me down when I was put in a wheelchair for 3.5 years, not knowing if I'd ever walk again. Stood by my side when, you know, sometimes it'd be easier for them to just run and not have to deal with it. And to now have the opportunity to come out and go on doing a hunt of something that I love so much. She said, you know, it probably brings more happiness to her than it does to me, the fact that I'm actually overcome all my injuries and be able to come back out here and do this again. I was in the Army for 10 years. I was in Iraq, 07, 08. There was a lot of chemical warfare that was burnt up. From that chemical warfare now, a lot of soldiers are having nerve problems now that they're finding what my doctor at the VA told me he'd probably be like the Agent Orange of our time. So what I ended up doing, I had 7 back surgeries. I got a spinal cord stimulator in my back, which shocks all my body down my entire left side of my body, and then told me that I'd probably never walk again because of the nerve disorder. 400 physical therapy appointments later, beat their odds. And one thing I tell kind of everybody now when I talk to people is never let the injury define you, you define your injury. And it's nonstop. My leg, it feels like it's on fire 24/7. I have to stay shocked 24/7 by my stimulator. It stays on. I don't even know how to put it, because there's a lot of times that when I have real bad flare-ups and stuff, I can't get out of bed. And, you know, my wife says, just hearing my voice talking to her the whole time I've been down here, and she could just hear the excitement and the fact that, you know, even though it was cold and stuff, it was just, I was having so much fun on being able to get out there and actually do the stuff. Oh, got me a little buddy. All right, Mikey. Come on, buddy. First couple didn't even stay in there. They kind of came in, took a bite, right back out real quick. And then a 6-pointer came out there, and he was back and forth. We filmed him for about 15 minutes. Johnny, we started joking around about it, and he's like, well, what would you do? Because I had my scope on him pretty much the whole time. He's a big body deer. Johnny's like, if he comes back out, what's gonna happen? Well, and about that time he goes, wait a second, look up, there's Daddy. And I looked up, and that big old 8-pointer was out there. And it didn't take very long. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I said, are you ready? But I'm not positive. I remember Johnny asking if I was gonna shoot that one. And about that time, the safety lever hit, and he was like, all right, here we go.
Hey, big buddy, you ready? Yeah. Oh, come on, man. Come on, broadside. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
Justin, the very first day of his hunt, he seen a lot of deer. He was like Mark. He was looking for a Betsy or a Sam, or it really didn't matter to him.
Right.
He was going to eat it.
Right.
And so he held off the first day, and on the second day, he finally killed him a buck. And he got it back to camp And I mean, he was some kind of excited boy. He was smiling from ear to ear, and
I remember he had a little bit more pep in his step.
he did. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he did. He was excited.
Yeah.
He just wanted meat for the freezer,
He
but he
did.
shot a nice buck though too.
He did.
So
Yes, sir.
bonus. You know, a lot of people been asking how we stay in shape during the off season.
Make sure y'all follow us on Facebook and Instagram if we make it that far.
Come on, Bubba, 5 more miles. Let's go.
This segment of Huntsman's Creed TV is brought to you by Trackmaster MK1X. Where will you go today?
From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you guys. My wife, I want to thank her for allowing me to come out here and holding down the home front back home. Because there's been, you know, guys going on 4, 5, 7, 9 deployments. And we come back here and there's a quote that says the greatest casualty is feeling forgotten. And when guys kind of hide away, and that's all they get to think about, it tears them down. But you guys are putting together, you know, the Huntsman's Creed here foundation to get disabled veterans and even disabled children back together. There's a bond there that's going to go, and you guys are going to change lives and save lives by it. And it's just because we're there to back each other up now. We're making, I mean, I feel like I've made a family here, and guys I'm going to be able to call on, talk to anytime, do a lot of jokes with, that's for dang sure. To just have that, you know, Tony and his attitude, and you look at him and the inspiration that he is of getting out here and doing it. It's, like I said, you don't let that injury define you, you define your injury.
You ready?
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad for you.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you, Jesus. Ah, thank you.
We'll give her a few minutes.
Yeah.
We'll go.
I could tell that she buckled quite a bit.
Oh yeah, well, we'll give her a few minutes and we'll go see where she went to.
To the other vets coming out here, it's just like you're getting right back in that camaraderie, that bond. Being out in the wilderness is like no other medicine they can give you. It's so therapeutic to be out there and be amongst the animals and stuff and watching them. I got to do that. Watch them. I got first first time I've ever heard one of them blow at you, which a lot of people don't want to hear that. But it was a first for me. I got to hear that. My first ever muzzleloader kill, and ended up getting 2 of them.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
I'll probably have the smile off my face for a while now. Just full of excitement. It's like a family. It's straight like a family, and the camaraderie. You're gonna change lives. You're gonna save lives. There's no way about it. That's just how it's gonna be. So I can tell you right now, I'm excited. I got a lot of deer meat to make back home, so give me some jerky. Got her did.
That's right.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you to you guys. Thank you to my other brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for what you guys are going to do for my brothers and sisters out there. I can't stress that enough. It's, like I said, you guys are going to save lives. You're going to change lives. It's a very touchy feeling. I mean, I can't wait to see the pictures of the vets out here and the other kids.
Now that the Huntsman's Foundation has partnered up with Trackmaster, you can actually go to our website and to our donate page. There's an option to donate to the Trackmaster Fund. What that is, every time we get enough money in there donated for a chair, we're going to purchase a chair and donate it to somebody that needs one. I mean, Lord knows there's a lot of people that deserve a chair, but a lot of your insurance don't pay for them, and
They can't afford them.
can't afford them. So,
Just another way of us helping get people back to the outdoors.
yeah.
Huntsman's Creed TV is proudly brought to you by the Huntsman's Foundation, inspiring and enabling disabled Americans to get into the great outdoors. Trackmaster MK1X, where will you go today? Carlson's Choke Tubes, the shooter's choice. Tundra Tour, North American hunting and fishing adventures. Cook's Fatal Attraction Deer Scent. And Ultimate Whitetail Mineral and Flavored Attractant. This segment brought to you by Cook's Fatal Attraction Deer Scent. 100% pure, fresh whitetail deer scents.
I got touched a couple years ago. I have a daughter that's 32 and a son is 26. They have both told me at different times that no matter how bad it gets, that they know you get up, you go to work, you do what you have to do, and you work yourself through the problems, and it always works out. But you always keep going, never give up. I trapped and I've hunted, loved the outdoors. I had to give my hunting up later because of the walking through the woods and tripping and falling all the time, and I figured it's time to set the gun aside before I shoot myself or something out, somebody else gets shot. So I hung my guns up, and I never went hunting after that. It's probably been 26 years, somewhere around there, maybe 28. I never did ever go deer hunting. So this is my first time deer hunting. Wasn't having too much luck getting my buck. So we went back to that spot where I saw old Betsy. We're sitting there, and sitting there. We're starting to think we were the only ones in the woods again. And just before dark, two little ones come out and Betsy come out. And I was really excited. General says, "You got her?" I said, "Yes, I do." Let it go. And that was it. And that's all she wrote. She turns back around, it will be. Oh, yeah. Yawn. Yeah, go. Sit down. And Merry Christmas to me. I have had conversations on phones for like nurses or medical payments and stuff, and people would ask me what happened to you, and I'd tell them kind of the short version. But they'd be on the other end, and the first words I'd usually hear out of them is, "Have you ever shared your story?" And that's pretty powerful. So I shared my story with you people. Short version, but I think you got it. Open up, tell somebody, communicate, help another person out, no matter what it is. Sometimes it's just a handshake. Sometimes just a pat on the back or, "Hey, good day." Just, we're all in it together. Starting to get dark. We was a little worried we wasn't gonna see anything. Two little ones and her come out. I saw her. We got her. Unbelievable. I've never been deer hunting before. Somebody would have asked me a year ago that this would have been possible. I told them they would have been nuts. But these guys made it happen for me. Thank you, Lord. I was singing before the hunt there. The one for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is my first whitetail, I got my Christmas present, folks. Thanks to everybody from the Huntsman's Foundation for this opportunity of a lifetime for me. Thanks. You guys don't know what it means to me.
From all of us at Huntsman's Creed, congratulations, Marc and Justin.
Yeah, we had a blast hunting with them.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, Mark, he got Betsy.
Yep.
And Justin, he got him some meat for the freezer, and he was tickled to death. So congratulations, guys. And on next week's show, we got LaDonna. She can actually come in to deer hunt with us here on the foundation property. She done killed her buck. I think she said on her family farm.
In Kentucky?
In Kentucky.
Yep.
Yep. So all she was looking for was a big old doe. And then Troy, one of our staff guys.
Yep.
He comes in, helps us a lot. And he was here this past spring, and his wife actually come with him. And when everybody got done, she decided she wanted to kill her a bird, so he took her one morning and she killed her a big old tom.
That's awesome. Was that her first one too?
No.
Shot
I think
one?
that was her second one.
Second one?
Second.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, be sure to go on to our brand new website that just got launched and check it out. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Till next time. See ya.
Closed captioning provided by the Huntsmans Foundation, turning your donations into adventures for disabled Americans, one at a time.
Ohio, yep.
Ohio. All right, Ohio.
Okay, Ohio.
Well, see, he brought his buddy Mark down from Ohio.
Ohio. You're supposed to say Ohio.
O-H-I-O, Ohio.